Good morning, everyone. So it's 5:54 a.m. on October 1st, and as you can see, it was 58 degrees in my garage, and it is going to get a little colder as we get to the golf course. But happy October 1st as we do this little golf course update. All right, we're here at the course. It's a cold 45 right now, maybe even chillier. So I'm all bundled up right now in my winter wear because it's quite cold. So we're just doing our morning check here on the chickens, which it's a little too dark, but the roosters are roostering here and the hens are in their little cage. There we go. So what we have to do today really isn't a ton, as the season is winding down, and now we've actually finally hit the first cooler day of the year. The high is only supposed to be about 65. Otherwise, this grass has been growing. I should say the irrigated portion of the grass has been growing like no other. It's been growing like a normal June or July day. So what I'm finding myself doing is mowing a lot more right now, which is okay. But with that being said, I'm still having to employ people, and it's costing money in a time of the year where I'm not making nearly as much money, or I might even be losing money. So the plan for the day, I have to go out, rake the traps, roll the greens. I'm not going to mow them today. I'm only going to roll them because overnight it really didn't grow that much. And yesterday was warm, but with the cool temps overnight, it just didn't grow. And then I need to finish big roughs. And I finally got my tractor back, which was $3,000 and change to fix. So we're going to go start our morning out right, listen to some podcasts here, and get our butt moving. I have been having to irrigate, as you can see, non-stop. A, because I want my greens to get watered in with all the sand that's on it, to push that sand in. And B, because it's been so dry, and I want to make sure going into the season here that, my main parts of my golf course, the interior roughs and the fairways, tee boxes, greens, fringes, that type of stuff is watered so the roots can actually grow. Otherwise, you look at some of this rough here that isn't irrigated, there's no root structure. Or fairway parts that aren't irrigated, zero root structure. And that means it's not great going into the winter time because that root structure can't get any moisture in order to grow properly and actually make it through the winter. So to prevent weeds and to prevent issues next year, I've just been watering the hell out of the golf course, which to many people's dismay, yes, the fairways are wetter than usual, but I have no choice. I need to do it. I have no choice. So prime example of ground that, yes, well, this is moist, there's just no root structure. A, because of these stupid little grubs, and B, because we haven't had any rain. So this is just what a mower ripped up last night trying to turn. So it's pretty frustrating to me to see that, I don't have much of a root structure here. As much as I've tried to spray, as much as I've tried to fertilize, I've tried to grow, there's just not much of a root structure. So with that being said, that's why I'm trying to water as physically much as possible, because there is no nutrients. I'm getting no natural nutrients here, and I don't have any extra fertilizer to fertilize the roughs. So prime example here of why I'm watering the way I am, just to keep everything moist so the ground doesn't start cracking, and hopefully we can get some rain here, but this is brutal. Unacceptable, really. We're out rolling greens here, and as you can see, because of the cold temperatures and not because of how much I've been watering, although it looks like it might be a little case of black algae, but it isn't. It's just the greens are starting to finally turn colors. Actually, all the grasses, if you look at the fringes, everything's getting a little darker, getting that October color to it. So we're 1 week post aeration here, going half-inch tines at 5 inches down, and it just goes to show how fast everything healed up. Yes, as you could tell with the iPhone, you could still see some of the bumps on the greens, although it's very tough to see. After a few good rolls, these are starting to roll really nice again. We put well more than enough sand down on these greens here. I did pick up quite a bit with my sand reels that I am using right now. But the rolling definitely does seem to help here. I'm very happy with the results there. This green has yet to be watered. I'm still waiting for the irrigation system to run its course here and this green to be watered. But I'm very happy with the results post aeration here. Not a lot of disruption. I'm hoping that some of the compaction here was dealt with and some of the other minor issues that I had were dealt with. Otherwise, I'm very happy with the greens. One thing I did have on my side here, so I fertilized a couple days after aeration, so the greens grew in very nicely thanks to that. And I let my growth regulator run out. So I put growth regulator down at the beginning of September. Usually it runs out about 3 weeks after that application. So we're on that 3 weeks to almost 4 weeks here. In about another week, we're in that 3-week cycle here where the growth regulator runs out. So that means the grass is really starting to grow fast again. So I did that last year too, and of course I'm doing that this year, and it really seems to help in the growing process, because for whatever reason, once the regulator runs out, the growth of the grass just starts to shoot up. And when your peak in season in June and July, you could tell when the regulator starts to run out after about 2 weeks, because you're throwing so many buckets of grass into the woods. It's crazy. And that's about what it is right now too, even with the less sunlight and less rain and less of everything, less heat, colder temperatures. The grass is growing right now as to what it would be in the middle of the season normally, which is good. So it's allowing the grass to grow in healthy. The canopy is growing back really well after aeration, and the root system here is going down deeper, and ultimately these greens are just getting better and better every single day, which I'm very happy about. And we're just doing a little hand watering of some fairway spots here and some green spots that look like they need it. Again, just to increase root growth structure, and we may only have 20 more days left of actually having irrigation here. So I am going to reprogram irrigation after this, water some of these drier spots in, which will be really nice to kind of help this grow a little bit more, and get ready for the fall. But I'm telling you, it's going to be 65 today, and it is windy and it's dry. So honestly, when you look at that 65 to 70 degree temperature here, you're looking at, with no humidity and wind, you're looking at instant dry. So no matter if it's warmer, if it's 80 or if it's 65, you're still going to have dryness. I mean, any sort of wind is going to take the moisture right out of this ground. So it's important that you do hand water when it is only going to be 65 today. But again, the wind is just going to take everything out of the ground that it can. So, while we could use some rain, I'm stuck to resorting to hand watering in order to solve the issue that I have. As you can see in the green, there's some dry spots that I need to take care of here and get this done with before it gets too busy on the golf course. And even though this doesn't look dry here, I am going to put a little bit down just to kind of alleviate the stresses of the dry air right now. Alright guys, to finish out the review here, we are just mowing some greens following morning here. They started this, not review, but golf course update. As you can see, the greens are looking actually very nice. It's tough to tell right now with iPhone camera, but this green got a little dirty yesterday from all the wind out there. But I have to say, everything is growing back nicely. There's still some sand in areas, so I'm not able to take out my main greens mower. I'm just essentially using my backup right now. And it's not providing me with the world's best cut, because I've already mowed over sand greens a few times with this, and I've also mowed over verticut greens in the spring. with that too. So it needs to be desperately backlapped here, and reels need to be ground. So I don't have too much more, honestly, of mowing with this for the rest of the season. As you can see, there's a Ghost Rider on it right now. It keeps moving. But I do like mowing with that mower. When it's actually cutting right, it provides a very nice cut. But right now, not necessarily. So I think what I'm going to do here is mow probably 3 more times with that mower before I give these greens more of a final cut with the John Deere 2500E that I use to mow my greens mainly here. As you can see, with the temperatures getting colder, these greens are starting to turn colors a little bit, which is a sign of the time. So there is still a little bit of fertilizer left over from what I spread last week. I am going to spread more fertilizer here later on. I don't think I have any liquid fertilizer left here. I may spray. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I may spray. I'm not for sure if that's even necessary. The temperatures here are kind of a roller coaster right now. They're up and down and up and down. So I don't know if I necessarily have to spray for dollar spot or any sort of those diseases. Usually I do like to spray right around this time of year, but I may wait until next week. We'll see what the weekend brings here for sure. But otherwise, it's going very well here. I have to say, I'm very happy with the results that I've been seeing from my golf course for sure, and good things to come here in the future within the next coming weeks. Probably won't see another golf course update for a week, maybe. I might do one once these greens get a little bit better, or I may do one during irrigation blowout. We shall see. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.